Is it okay to tell your parties you have expectations of some roles for their characters? I'm thinking of running a new campaign that I have tried and failed many times to run in the past. However, each time I've run it, I haven't been 100% happy with the party comp for one or more reasons. So aside from species restrictions and whatnot, would it be appropriate to tell the players the campaign would work best with the following? One person who believes in the main deity in the world. It doesn't necessarily have to be a cleric, but last time I ran it, the party was all atheists who were very uncool to anyone who believed in the god. And one person that uses crossbows and firearms. I made a lot of homebrew firearms and crossbows I'd like to use. There's more, but those are my two big things. Okay, wow. Is it okay in a vacuum to tell your players that it would make sense for at least a few of them to believe in a particular deity? Yeah, that's fine. That is a reasonable constraint because you know your setting better than I do and better than your players do. Unfortunately, this constraint doesn't exist in a vacuum. It exists in a bit of a red flag sandwich. Let's start at the top. You say you've tried and failed many times to run this campaign. This alone isn't damning. It's hard to run a D&D campaign, especially once everyone is old enough to have kids and move for work and so on and so forth. But then you say, each time you've run it, you haven't been 100% happy with the party comp for one or more reasons. Character creation is one of the, 3 total things that you do not have complete control over as the DM. Expecting the players to play exactly the combination of characters that you want, to me, is unreasonable. And I would never let that get in the way of actually playing the game. You also say you would expect one person to use crossbows and firearms because you made a lot of homebrew firearms and crossbows that you'd like to use. Homebrewing a bunch of weapons is fine. It's good that you're designing things and having fun doing it. What gives me trouble is the word expectation. You can tell your players that there are a bunch of cool homebrew ranged weapons, but expecting one of them to cater their character to that is, again, unreasonable. This is an attempt to exert what I consider to be an outsized amount of control over what your players do and how they play. Look, if what you want and what is going to make you happy is a very specific set of characters doing a very specific set of things exactly how you want them to, you should be writing a book or a movie script, not a D&D adventure. Now, I don't think that necessarily applies to the OP, but I do think that they need to become a little more comfortable exercising a little less control.